what I would do, if I were you, I would grab one of the chairs right there, and I would just sit right here. You're pretty much, you can move around there and
Okay.
until the end. And it's a signal. Better than standing there and having someone tugging on your back. Having a laugh.
has shared to the audience, come up from the audience.
Let's see, just anywhere. Please go to sleep. Please go to sleep. Anywhere. No? Oh, yeah. have your attention? Can I have your attention, please? My name is Terry Saketa, principal of Joplin High School. I want to welcome you all here today. I'm very excited that you're here to share this special announcement with us. But before we do, we want to have the colors posted and by our JROTC, and we will say the Pledge of Allegiance. So please stand.
Right. Think. Forward. March. Mark time. Mark. Color guard. Halt. Left. Fix. Freeze in. Color. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Carry. Go. Pose. Right. Fix. Forward. March.
Thank you, and you may be seated. Before we get started, we have Sound Dimension here from Joplin High School, and they are going to perform under the direction of Brianna Clark and Monica Reynolds. Please welcome Sound Dimension. Thank you, Sound Dimension. And now, please welcome Dr. Angela Bessendorfer.
It's a great day to be here and a privilege to have the honor of introducing the important people that I get to introduce today. In Joplin, we have seen amazing acts of service that we've all been the beneficiary of. And these ladies and gentlemen that I'm going to introduce take service to a new level. They're the servant leaders for us in our schools, our community, and our state, and many of whom do this without compensation. So please hold your applause while they stand as I introduce them. First, representing the Joplin School Board of Education, Jeff Flowers, President, Michael Landis, Vice President, Ann Sharp, Phil Wilcoxon, and Don Sticklin. Also representing Bright Futures, Brian Bowles. In addition, we have representatives here today from Missouri Southern, and so we have Dr. Tia Straight and Dr. Patsy Lapira. And finally, we have state and federal legislators who are here. We have Missouri representatives Bill White and Charlie Davis. And from Congressman Billy Long's office, Jake Heisting. Please give these servants a round of applause. Big announcement from Desi, and so at this time I'm pleased to announce that our special guest from the Missouri Department of Elementary and Secondary Education is here. It's always a treat to have guests from the State Department, but today is even more special because today we're welcoming Dr. Ron Langford, the Deputy Commissioner for the state of Missouri, and he's a friend. He's a friend who served the students of Webb City School District for more years than I'll tell. But it was a lot. And so he's a friend, and it's really more like welcoming a neighbor back home. And so please give Ron Langford a welcoming applause to
Thank you very much, Angie, and I am delighted to be here. I'm delighted to share with you in some announcements today. But before I do that, I want to reinforce something that I'm passionate about, which is education. And I will tell you today that we are so blessed to live in a country that was predicated upon the notion that regardless of what your birthright was, you have a right as a human being to ascend to goals that you set for yourself without being denied access to that. When I go in my office building in the Jefferson building in Jefferson City, I placed my desk so I could sit and look out, and my office, or my view, is of the governor's mansion, which behind that is the Missouri River. And I often think that if I had been there back in the early 1800s, 1804, that I might have seen a group of canoes paddle up that way on the Lewis and Clark expedition, getting ready to report back to President Thomas Jefferson the opportunities that awaited in this newly purchased property called the Louisiana Territory. And I think about the unknowns that they faced, but the opportunities that they discovered through the pursuit of knowledge of something that they had been ignorant of to the past. And I think that's what education is all about. And it is for that reason the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education has as its primary goal that each student who graduates from a Missouri public educational institution will graduate college and career ready. We live in a world today of 7 billion people, of which our nation is about 325 million, represents only about 4.5% of the world's population. And it is in that world you will be living in your adult lives, much different than mine. You will be living your adult life, and you will be pursuing your hopes and dreams. And we believe that you must be adequately prepared for that. And the preparation that you are getting in the Joplin Public School District is certainly to be complimented. And the work that has gone on to get you to where you are in this point in life. Today we're very honored to have someone to come with us to talk about some ingredients that are extremely important for being college and career ready to prepare you for success. And when you can identify people who have dedicated their lives to the pursuit of their dreams, that has led to their success as an individual, whether it be as far as what they're trying to do with their business organization, or trying to do as a tribal leader to raise up and elevate the standards of education. They should be sought out, and they should participate in events such as this. So I would like to introduce a person. I'm going to give the stage for a moment to a person who flew here from California just to be at Joplin High School today for this event. Now, you want to know how much you're valued? Top that. Lowell Milken became an incredibly successful businessman in his early years of the 30s. Now, some people would take that money and go on pleasure trips and sail around the world and maybe buy their own basketball team, or they might play golf on every course in the country. They can choose to do what they wish to do, but not this gentleman. He chose to focus his time, his energy, and his resources to drive the notion of improving educational opportunities for all young people in this country, even Joplin, Missouri. He's the chairman of the Milken Family Foundation, and it's a National Institute for Excellence in Teaching. His efforts have impacted the lives of hundreds of thousands of teachers in a positive way all across this nation. And as a result, he's impacted millions of students such as you. He's a successful entrepreneur. If you don't believe that, try to manage a company that employs over 40,000 people. So it's my honor to share the stage this evening or this afternoon with Lowell Milken. And he's going to tell you why he chose to come to Joplin today. And he's going to share with you some information and help highlight his dedication to quality education for all students in this country.
Well, thank you first and foremost for those very kind words. I do appreciate it. Thank you. And good afternoon to all of you. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Better? Well, as you heard, I did travel from California, actually Santa Monica, which is like a little suburb of Los Angeles for those of you who know Los Angeles. And I've been really looking forward to this visit because I've read a great deal about the challenges that you've faced over the past 2 years. It's quite remarkable what leadership can actually achieve. And the cooperation of the students. I've learned a lot about how you've moved well beyond recovery to innovation and realization. And I want to commend you for that. That's one of the reasons why we're here today. But I've actually come today for 2 other reasons. To share a brief message with you, and I'll make it brief. And then I want to share some very exciting and confidential news with you. News that we've had to keep confidential for the past 3 weeks. So let me begin. I'm here today at Joplin because I believe that teachers and principals have the most important job in our country. I say that because as a society, we entrust to our educators the awesome responsibility of preparing every one of you so that you can be successful to the next stage of learning and life. And that is a great challenge, as we've just heard, we just articulated very well, is that education levels in the emerging market countries of the world are rising dramatically, with young people wanting to have a better quality of life. And they are applying themselves diligently to their studies every day. I see this firsthand. You will be the first generation in our nation where academic excellence, where your skills and your knowledge and your experiences will not just be compared to the other students in this school or even in this district or the state or even our nation. No, you will be in competition, in fierce competition for good jobs with young people around the world. And that is why we are so concerned, and that's why I speak to this issue so often, that we need to ensure that every one of you are receiving a high-quality educational experience. Now, there's a number of elements that go into that. First and foremost is your own motivation. Do you set high expectations for yourself, and do you do your very best to try to achieve that? That is a key component. Second component is the support and involvement of your parents, of course. And a third component, and one I'd like to talk about a little bit, and a very critical one, are talented teachers. Because we know from research that the single most important school-related factor that will determine how you will achieve, how you will perform, is the quality of the teacher in the classroom. Good teachers really do make a difference. I am confident that every one of our distinguished guests up here today will tell you that there was a teacher or two who helped you get to where you are today. And that was certainly my case. I was very fortunate when I attended public schools in California that I had many fine teachers, and they helped prepare me well to take advantage of life's opportunities. In looking out, I see some of the teachers here in the audience. I know some of you are also seated, but I would like to just take a moment and let's pay tribute to the nobility of teaching and to the critical role that our educators play. I'd like to ask all of the teachers, the principals, and other education support staff, could you please stand and let's give them a round of applause. Greatly appreciated. But even though we do so many things well in our country, one thing we don't do well enough, and that is support our teachers. We know that the pay is not equal to the importance of the job. And we need to find new and innovative ways to provide greater opportunities for career advancement and professional growth for teachers. But we need to do one more thing, and that is we need to celebrate and recognize the work that our best teachers do. And I thought many years ago that as a society we were so quick to recognize greatness in other professions. I see it all the time. You just turn on the television and you're inundated with awards in the sports field and the entertainment field. But isn't it odd that the one profession, the teaching profession, that prepares all other professions is seldom part of that celebration? And that made no sense to me, and that is why in the mid-1980s I created an initiative called the Milken Educator Awards. And this initiative says, in a very public way, that greatness in education should be recognized too. And that brings me to the exciting news of this afternoon, is that I've traveled to this school to present a Milken Educator Award to a truly outstanding teacher, a teacher representative of the many, many fine educators in this school, in this district, in this state. A teacher who's characterized by compassion, by commitment, by dedication, and an unwavering belief that every child can reach their potential. So I know you're thinking now, this strange man come to my school, he's talking about an award program. All I want to know is, what do you get? Well, let me tell you. The first thing you get is one big surprise, because we don't accept any applications. We find you, you don't find us. The second thing you get is a lot of recognition, evidenced by the fact that you're not sitting in class right now. You're sitting in this assembly. And the media has joined us today, and all of our distinguished guests. The third thing is you join an elite team. And this is a team today that's made up of more than 2,600 outstanding educators from every corner of our nation. And the fourth thing you get is a financial prize. I'm sure that every young person here knows what a financial prize is. The financial prize that you receive is a financial prize of this. Yes. Yes, $25,000. And the recipient of this award can use the money for any purpose whatsoever. Now, we have been traveling around the country the past few weeks, and we've been presenting awards. It's been very exciting, but what is particularly exciting is that we are at Joplin High School to present an award to an outstanding teacher right now. So I've told you a lot about the initiative. Let's find out who that teacher is. May I have the envelope, please? It gives me great pleasure to present the Milken Educator Award to a truly exemplary teacher, and that teacher is Tobin. I'm going to ask Tobin in just a moment to say a few words to all of you. I just wanted to add a couple more comments. First of all, this high school would not have come to our attention if you only had one outstanding teacher in this school. Obviously, you have many outstanding teachers in this school. Otherwise, the students wouldn't be achieving, and you wouldn't have made as much progress over the past 2 years. We only wish we could have presented one of these awards to every talented teacher. You have to understand, when you attach $25,000, we're somewhat limited. And as you've heard, we've presented 2,600 of these over the past 20 plus years, and we're growing every year in the presentations. But who knows? If this school continues to achieve at the level of growth it's showing, we might be back here very soon to present another award. The other comment I wanted to make is that we have a few recipients here who have received the award in prior years. I would like them to come up, introduce themselves, and offer a quick congratulations. Connie, you want to start?
Congratulations. What a wonderful afternoon this is for you. I'm Connie Neal. I received the award in 1992. I was a junior high principal in Shawnee Mission, Kansas at that time. This award will help you in many respects. It will connect you to a network of some of the most wonderful educators in the country. It will encourage you to play it forward like all of us want to do. And I just wish you all the best as you move forward in this wonderful career. And I got this award in 1997 after being the Kansas teacher in 1996. What this award did for me was give me a voice and allow me to go around the country and talk about the importance of a teacher. My mother went to school till she was 16 and was a high school dropout. And so being a teacher is the most important thing in the world to me. Also student teaching. And so I talked about being a student teacher in 1974. Jim Simpson heard me talk about that, gave me a phone call and said, come to Joplin. So now I'm with another distinguished educator and another Milken educator.
Thank you, Christy. I was awarded the Milken Educator Award when I was a teacher in Nevada in 1996. And so I was actually a Missouri Milken educator. So we're glad that we've pulled some Kansas ones in, because Connie also lives in Joplin. Not sure what it is about Joplin, Lowell, but something's good here. Absolutely. And Tobin, I can't tell you how this is going to just really change your life. It's something that I know when I won, I was, just a young teacher, and I felt like, oh my gosh, somebody thinks I'm doing something really good, and I guess I need to. And so it had this huge responsibility of, I need to do something big because somebody thought I already did. And it's a wonderful thing. It's a fabulous network, and you belong to the Milken family now. And so congratulations, and I'm so excited for you.
Before I give you an opportunity to say a few words, I just want to make an additional comment. This award, the Milken Educator Award, is not a Lifetime Achievement Award. We have studied you in great, great detail, believe me, for the past 2 months. We know everything about you. And we have seen the progress, the growth, the incredible work that you've done. You certainly have distinguished yourself. But we are giving you this award not for the past. We are giving you this award because we believe that you have the potential to accomplish even greater things in the future. And I say to you that we want to thank you as a society. I want to thank you as an individual for making teaching your chosen career. Congratulations.
When I heard them use the phrase greatness, all I can think of is that I am surrounded by greatness, and that's the only reason why I'm standing up here today. If I was to make a list of all the people who put me in this position, it would take me the rest of the afternoon. So I will just try and brush through some, and I apologize if you are on that list and I don't mention you, but I'll start with my wife. My wife could do anything that she chooses in the world, literally, and she makes the choice every day to take care of our 2 children and to take care of me. And the investment that has been in their life and mine, I'll never be able to pay back. My bosses, the guidance that they have given, the flexibility in believing in the goals and dreams that I have has just been unsurpassable, and then that consistent network of support. My colleagues who prepare students with skills and abilities that I am not able to in public speaking, in writing, in critical thinking. Students that got me up here through their work and their outcome are prepared by you. So thank you. And finally, I am surrounded on a daily basis by the top students in the country. And those who are in my inner circle understand that I'm a mess, and that the only way we make it through the day is because of them. And so some of them were holding those dollar signs up over there. That's when I really started getting nervous. Those are all of my TAs that are holding up those dollar signs. But the work that they do on a daily basis, I guess what we really should consider is giving them jobs and hiring them because they are superior, they're the best. So thank you very much. It's very humbling. And I appreciate you all and all your support. Thanks.
When you think about the impact that an individual like Tobin has, in fact, when I think about what his impact will be over his career, how he will positively affect thousands of young people's lives, I just ask all of you, when you think about what you're going to do with your life, with your ultimate career, think about becoming a teacher. Think about the impact that you can make, not only in this community and this state, but for our nation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. What an outstanding day it is for Joplin and Tobin Schultz and all the teachers and all the educators you represent our entire community. Thank you very much. And I echo Tobin's sentiments in his discussion about all the people that make a difference. I want to thank everybody in here, all the educators, students. That's why we're here, for you. And this day is just a testament of that we just got to keep moving forward and keep getting better every day, and we have more responsibility, but we need to celebrate the day. So this concludes our program, and we have a few people that are going to stick around up here. Please feel free to come tell Mr. Schultz congratulations, and then students, and after that, we'll be going back to class. Thank you.